Hello again, folks. I've decided to lift the skirt on the Heathkit FM for you and decided to finish off the service and restoration that I begun a long time ago. Now, first things first, I've had a look at this. Let me just get me pointer. Just get me little pointer. There we go. Right. I've decided by checking this main filter capacitor and the 20 microfarad capacitor within this can has failed. It's the ESR tester is telling me that it's leaky, so that the whole can is going to be replaced. And I've got the new capacitor block here made up. Let's balance it on top of there. I've got, like I say, I've got this made up, ready to be soldered in. That'll be done in a bit. It's this just get me pointer at her, as I call it. And right, this capacitor, this filter capacitor contains 3 capacitors. All rated at what's the maximum working voltage? I think it's 220 volts maximum working voltage. Can't see the value on it from this angle, but I looked at it before. It is 220 volts at 40 microfarads, and 20 microfarads. Now. Pardon me. Now the replacements are all 40 microfarads or thereabouts, well 47 microfarads, and because I haven't got a 20, so I've decided to use a 40 in place of the 20. I can't see it making much difference. If it does, then I will replace it with the correct value. But I've not tested the dial lamp yet. I think the dial lamp, it does look a bit discoloured, but I do think the dial lamp works. But it will get a new one if I've got one in stock. If I haven't, I will purchase one. The valves in this radio are that's the dial lamp there. Let's get me pointer in the right place. There we go. It's hard to point when you've got a camera in front of you. Right. The valves in this particular radio, we'll start with the rectifier. The rectifier is this one here. And he is an EZ80 half-wave rectifier. So he provides half-wave rectification. Pardon me. This fella here, get the camera on him, he is an EB91, and this fella here, he is, hang on, let's get the, right. This fella here, rather, he is an oh crikey, he's an EF80, and what's this guy here? Because his number's under the tuning control down there. Let's have a look. Oh, he is an EF89. That bloke there. And this fella here is also an EF89. This fella here. So I actually got, and this little chap here, you can get me pointer on him. There we go. He is an ECC85. He deals with your FM tuner. That's what his job is. So it's actually quite a well-made radio. It's 6 valves, including rectifier. So It's a pretty well made radio, but there again, Heathkit stuff I believe was pretty well made. Now let's turn this radio upside down. We also have another valve on the bottom. Actually, he's a 7-valve. He's a 7-valve radio. He's 7 valves because he's got. He's got. What number are you? He's an EM84 cathode ray tube for your tuning indicator. It's actually got 7 valves in him. Now we've got this resistor. Now, having looking on the underneath, I've noticed that we've got this resistor here. Let's get my pointer at her. We've got this resistor here, which has been snipped, which I remember doing that. And I think, if I remember rightly, this resistor went across these 2 sockets here, because this went across these 2 sockets here. Let's make sure we've got the camera in the right place. Yeah, and because this is a mono tuner, it's not stereo, so these sockets are generally tied together with this resistor, but I've looped this wire across, so that'll be taken out. This resistor I think is damaged actually, because it looks like there's a piece of it missing. No it isn't. No, it's not. But that resistor does tie these 2 sockets here, these 2 RCA jacks. It does tie them 2 together. That's what he does. We've got an AC, unswitched AC outlet here. I say it's unswitched. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's unswitched. The mains lead goes straight to the transformer. Then you've got this lead here, which is AC for your tube heater, for your cathode ray tube heater, and obviously all your other heaters. There'll be, I think there'll be 6.3 heaters in this because they're E-series valves, so there'll be 6.3 volt heater chain on this, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like the valves on this, looks like the valve heaters are wired in, no they're not, they're wired in parallel, was I thinking. Yeah. Oh no, they're not. I think they're wired in series. Oh no, they're not. They're wired in parallel valve heaters on this. Yeah, wired in parallel valve heaters on this. And I'll find out for certain later when I do further checks. But it's quite well made, this tuner. It's not bad. It's not, it's not. It's certainly not rubbish. It was a good tuner in its day. And there's also another capacitor that I suspect, and I'm going to give it a check with the ESR tester. I'm probably going to replace it as a matter of course anyway, and just get me little pointer at her. Now, this one here, this electrolytic. Now they were known for going bad, so I'm going to replace that as a matter of course anyway. So he will be getting replaced with a new component there, and pretty. Oh, I don't like the look of that resistor. He looks a bit discoloured. He looks a bit off colour, him. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you see it. There you are. I'll just get me pointer in. There we go. Him there. He looks a bit off colour. So I think I might test him, might check him and see what he reads. But as I've got this on the bench, I'm going to finish the restoration of it. I mean, the cabinet has been done, such as it is, the front panel and the top that's all been done. The mains lead was done. It will have the correct value fuse in there, I'm sure of it. Behind that fuse holder will be the correct value fuse. I'll clean these sockets up so they get a nice contact. There's a control here which is for adjusting the gain, the AF gain through these sockets to your amplifier. I presume that's what that does. And you know, they're pretty good Heathkit, because they actually put, look at this, I've just noticed, they actually put the value of the components actually on the circuit board. Like you've got here, it tells you there's a wire link there. It tells you that there's a 0.0 microfarad capacitor that goes there. That needs to be replaced, because that's got a link across it that I put there. Pretty sure I put it there. And it tells you the value of all the capacitors and all the resistors. I mean, the value of the resistors is underneath the resistors. I mean, we've got one there, 2.2k, that I can read. So this is going to be a nice easy circuit to work on. I'm really pleased at that, because I don't have to get the circuit. I don't have to get the circuit on the screen to actually check the values, because the values are all here. They're all on the board. It's just a shame. If it told you what all the voltages were, I'd have it all, but it doesn't. But still, probably have to get, if I have to check any voltages, I probably will have to get the circuit up for that purpose. But for these resistors and capacitors, I can check all them. And I can't check the valves because I don't have a valve tester. I'll have to look into getting one of those. But I've got my RF generator there, my signal generator there. I've got that, so he will be getting connected up to this, and we'll be going through the band to make sure that everything is right, because I'm thinking of using this. I might even, when I've done this, I might even use this, because I think it's going to make a pretty good radio. So we'll give it the full. I think we'll give this the full star treatment, the full 5-star treatment. I'll do a proper job. Well, I always do a proper job anyway, but I'll do course of action, servicing, prevention, just for reliability as well. But I know this does power up, but it doesn't work properly, that I do know. And we'll get that capacitor there replaced, because it should have a capacitor in there, that I do know. And I'll update you when the radio is, when all the components are fitted. Obviously I can't show you me fitting them, but I will make another video, and I will actually add it to this video, and we will see, we can all then see the end results. And I'll give all these valves a clean as well, because they've all got a layer of dust on the top of them. You know, they're all a bit dusty, these valves. But I'm pretty sure all these valves, I'm pretty sure all of them are okay, because last time I used this, I did actually use it. I did pick a station up on it. I picked a few stations up on it. It was quite a sensitive radio, so I'm pretty sure all the valves are okay. But like I say, he's getting replaced. I have to use a pointer because I've got fat fingers. Man, you've got a fat everything. He's getting replaced. He's been reinstalled. Him there. That's missing. He's gone AWOL. I think I took him out because there was a fault. And you know, I know you're all gonna say, anyone who comments are gonna say it's bad practice. I know, but I put a link across him. where he goes. And I'll test all these resistors. He looks a bit suspect as well. I'll test him. And that's it for now, folks. I'll upload this after I've finished the service, and you can then watch it all in one go. Right? I shall update it later. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Right, well, that's all the components, all the replacement components done. We've replaced, where's me pointer? There it is. Oh. And come here, you. Need you. Right. I've replaced this capacitor here. He's been replaced, so he's got a new one in. I've replaced this capacitor. This capacitor here. He's been replaced. Because he was missing, but he's now in there. And I've replaced the smoother, the filter capacitor, with these three capacitors here. And if we flip it upside down, we can now have a look at the neatness of my solder work. Try not to damage the FM. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's take that FM tuner valve out. It's going to end up breaking. Just lift that tuner valve out for a minute. The rest should be okay. It sticks out a bit proud, that. Right. Well, there's it. There's the underneath of the chassis, and we've got our new capacitor soldered in here, which is all nice and neat, or as neat as I can get it. And under here, do you know, I've done that much of a good job I can't even see where I've replaced. Can't even see where I've replaced. Right, just checking. Yeah. Well, we had. I can't even see where I've replaced them capacitors on the bottom of this board. Let's just have a look, make sure I'm looking at the right side of the board. Yeah, it was. I mean, I can't see from underneath where I've replaced them because all the soldering looks the same. Yeah, I can't see where I've replaced them. Let me just try and find them for you. Right, that there and there. Right, so I've replaced him here. He's been replaced, this one here, and I've replaced this electrolytic here as well. So that's two capacitors replaced. I tested the resistor. That resistor that goes across the sockets, I've tested him, and he tested tolerance. He's okay. And all the other resistors there that I was suspecting, they're all okay as well. So all that remains for this now is to, well, first of all, put the FM tuner valve back in. There we go, he's back in. Now all that remains is to chuck a plug on it, plug it in, and see if it's bang or work. I'm just going over everything. I like to. Ooh, hang on a minute. That capacitor got a hole in it. I don't like that. I don't like that capacitor there, ladies and gentlemen. This one here, like that. I'll have to test him. What value is he? He's a 300 NF. Or is he a 300? Oh, 300 PF. 300 picofarad he is. No, he's not. He's 100 picofarad. So, we might have to put a new... I think we might have to put a new capacitor in there, but we'll test him. But I'll test him after. I'll check the radio first, and we'll test. We'll see what the radio does. See what the tuner actually does. Anyway, I'm going to go now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to chuck a plug on it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hello again, folks. We've got the Heathkit on. Let's just turn this big light off. Alright, we've got the Heathkit on. The magic eye is working. Plenty of emission on there. The dial lamp appears to work. All the valves are glowing nicely. Everything's warm, and I've got the signal generator connected, and look at that. We're tuned to the signal generator, and look at that. We're getting a lovely trace on the oscilloscope. And if I move it off the signal generator as I'm simulating changing the station, there we go. Got a lot of noise on there now. And if I tune down, up and down, I'll probably even find a station. We've got plenty of... There we go. Let's go back to where... There we go. Look at that. That indicates that it's tuning, and we're also getting plenty of audio according to that. Let's turn that off. Let's turn it back on. There we go. Look at that. So far, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really happy with that. Now what we'll do, we'll stop this video here. We'll find an audio source and we'll give it some audio. Or should I say, we'll find an audio source so we can get some audio from it. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a very happy man because that noise you can hear, although a bit irritating, is my signal generator. And that's telling me that this Heathkit is now alive, and there's plenty of audio. That mixer on that thing there's hardly turned up. And if I tune round the band, no aerial in this, by the way. How about that? And there's no aerial in that. Well, it's picking my signal generator up in two places on the band. But there again, let's just turn that off. That's picking up some... Oh, hang on, let's turn my soldering iron off. Been picking up my computer and my telly and everything, this thing.
Around the studio. Thank you, boys. Thank you all for coming in. Great to see you. Scored 1 today.
I'm really pleased, ladies and gentlemen.
knew. I love that guy. He's
and that's receiving with no aerial in it. Let's just unplug my signal generator. Oh, we're getting nothing now. I've unplugged the signal generator from it. Well, we are, but the signal's dropped because there really is no aerial in it now. There we are. We're getting that, whatever that is. Still picking that station up. That must be Radio Bloody 2. But look at that, we're getting a full signal. You know, you can keep your modern radios, ladies and gentlemen. You really can. You can keep your modern radios, all your DAB tuners and all that. Look at that, we're getting stations on this and there's no aerial plugged into this, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, there's no aerial in it. So imagine what it's capable of with an aerial in it. I'm going to find a piece of wire in a minute. In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to find a piece of wire and I'm going to put an aerial in it. Just see how sensitive this radio actually is. But going off this, I'd say it's very, very sensitive, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really pleased. I'm actually going to use this radio, this tuner. I'm going to put this tuner in my front room. And I'm going to use this because it's going to be a good tuner. So it's only mono, but let's just try that socket at the back. Not socket, that control at the back, because that's a gain control, I'm certain it is. Let's just get our screwdriver onto that. Because there's no knob on it. And that turns the gain up and down. That's minimum gain. And that's maximum. So we'll have him about halfway. I am really chuffed to mint balls, ladies and gentlemen, with this. I'm really very happy. Don't like that station. Don't know what that is picking up.
St Clovis Roadworks, just a reminder between Glossop and the Ladybar Reservoir at Bamford. There is
I'm really impressed.
There's still one lane shut for recovery, so it's still very.
Let's turn him off.
Stretch.
And as I say, ladies and gentlemen, the Heathkit now lives again. Actually, I want to try the other socket. I know this is only a mono tuner. It's definitely not stereo, but I want to try the other socket. Just make sure the other socket works, because one side of that socket goes through a resistor, and I'm pretty sure. Ooh, it could do with a capacitor putting across that to stop it doing that when I turn it on. And we're warming up. Yes, that's perfect. That. Let's turn this light off. See if we can see any little glowy things. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've got really good FM valve in there as well. It's I'm really satisfied, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I'm really satisfied with this. I hope you get a good view of it there. Really satisfied, ladies and gentlemen. Really satisfied. Very happy. Right. Let's get your video uploaded for you. And you can watch it and enjoy it as well. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I will have more repairs for you soon.